Now, a couple who live on a boat near Boston have been telling Look North about the part that they played in intercepting a 60-foot barge which had come away from its moorings. The barge was drifting out of control on the River Witham at the weekend when Katrina Rushby and her partner John joined the effort to stop the barge before it caused serious damage. Simon Spark has been to meet them.
So this is a barge, and it is now just making its way towards Boston.
An unmanned 60-foot barge drifting down the River Witham.
Thing is, the closer it gets to Boston, the quicker it's going to get.
The voice you can hear is Katrina Rushby, whose riverboat, shared with partner John Aston, now stands in this barge's path, if it isn't brought under control.
It was quite a substantial size, and knowing that it's coming, possibility of it hitting the boat and the damage it could cause, it was a bit worrying.
People was ringing Canal and River Trust and the Environment Agency. One person even tried 999, but we wasn't getting a lot of luck with anybody, so we had to take it upon ourselves to try and stop it.
Another boat in the right place to be hit was the Boston Belle, which Rodney Bowles has skippered for 25 years. He was having a Christmas lunch when he got the call.
The Belle was the first one it was going to hit, and weighs about 50 tonne, I reckon. It's one of the biggest barges I've seen in the area, and the flow was about 4 knots. And you try to stop something coming down at 4 knots, you know, it doesn't sound a lot perhaps, but a thing like that floating doesn't stop easy.
So you must have been seeing this barge come along this river, obviously,
Yeah.
and getting closer and closer, but it wasn't until he got to this point here.
The gentleman was able to throw a grappling hook.
That's pretty close.
It's going to be a case of trying to lasso it and see what happens.
All we had was like the width of the front of the boat to try and get one hook on, or 2 hooks, ropes, whatever.
They had one chance to grab it, or a collision was inevitable.
Tie it off quick.
But that one chance was all they needed. Well, this is the runaway barge, now all safely secured and tied up. And behind it, the boats it nearly ran into on the way before someone managed to get it under control. But you can see the size and scale of it and what it's made out of, how much damage it could have done if it did run into anything.
I was so relieved when I got back. I gobbled my dinner up and came back as quick as I could. You know, thank them ever so much. I appreciate it all. I owe them a boat trip.
The barge brought under control before it could do any damage. Simon Spark, BBC Look North, Boston.
That was one very good throw, wasn't it, with the rope there, if you call it a rope. And thank heavens it didn't hit the Boston Belle as well. A bit of history there. That would have been a tragedy. And, of course, the other boats for boat owners.